Welcome to the Angel Mystic Podcast. I am super excited you are listening because this is where spiritually open minds can come together to explore the wonders of angels, spiritual connections, and the art of manifesting. Hosted by me, Amanda Tooke, the Angel Mystic, your spiritual midwife to help you on your journey to a fulfilling and happy life. You may have seen me on ITV, Channel 4, or even in Fate and Fortune magazine. In each episode, we will delve into the mystical world of angels, offering you insights, guidance, practical tools to deepen your connection with the upstairs so that you can find inner peace, happiness, joy, and create the life that you want. Tune in for weekly, fun conversations, transformational insights that will elevate your spiritual journey and awaken your inner mystic. Please hit subscribe now as we embark on a transformational adventure with the Angel Mystic Podcast. If you have ever wondered how you can read angel cards like a professional, you're going to love some free training I have got coming up on the 24th and 26th of September. It is a 2-part training happening 7:30 on those evenings, and it means that you can learn all the tricks and all the trades that people don't often tell you. A lot of psychics don't give this sort of stuff away. But if you want to learn how you can read angel cards and maybe do that for yourself, for other people, even read them professionally and start a career, this is the free class for you. All the information is in the show notes. Now let's delve into the podcast. Welcome back to Angelic Insights for, oh my goodness, the 16th of September to Sunday, the 22nd of September. We are racing through September, aren't we? We're already halfway through it. And here we are with some guidance for this coming week. How have you taken the guidance from the last couple of weeks? Because the angels felt like they've been very much there to support you. And I felt like it's been getting you on the right track. That's how September has felt for me anyway. I'd love to know how it's felt for you. I'm just tapping and shuffling and asking what we need to know for the coming week as the cards are getting ready to come on out and all give us our guidance that we need. You know, life's so much easier with our angels, isn't it? It really is. Okay, interesting. I love how these weeks sort of all follow on from each other. They're it's almost like a continuous message. Okay, so let's start with Monday. Now, on Sunday, the day before, was very much about, finding your passion. And this card comes in on Monday saying, get yourself in nature. And I feel like we've had this message quite a lot recently, but it feels like you need to ignore the physicalness of you and remember the spiritual you and do things that are going to lift your soul and spend some time in nature, be it outdoors, be it near water, in woods, wherever it is. Go and hug a tree, do whatever you need to do. Do something creative in nature if that's sort of floats your boat. Listen to the birds. Watch the sunrise, the sunset, whatever it is for you. But it feels like that's where you need to plug yourself in, plug your soul back in, recharge your soul. So this feels like priority. It feels like you need to park everything else up and just make sure that's what you're doing on Monday. As we do that, Tuesday's going to feel a lot easier because it's going to feel like you've taken care of your soul. You're back into normal 3D life and you're using your intuition so much more, which is a great thing to do. This is why I'm so excited about Psychic Circle, because Psychic Circle is all about tapping into your psychic skills, which is also your intuition. And when we follow our intuition, we feel so supported and so guided. And look out for number synchronicities, whether it's 3 birds on a telegraph wire, whether it's 333 on your receipts or car number plates or wherever you see the number 3 or numbers on the clock, but it feels like really important to pay attention to the number signs that you're getting. They're like signs that you are going in the right direction. Now, it's easy to overcomplicate this, and I've done a whole podcast on angel signs, particularly number signs. People like to go and Google them and look them up, and I don't recommend that at all, because your angel communication is personal to you. And if you think that 333 can mean the same thing for everyone, you're missing the point of your angel communication, because your angel communication is so personal. It's them communicating exactly how you need it. So make sure that you are paying attention to that. And honestly, it is not as hard and as complicated as we often think it is. You do not need to go and look it up in a book. You don't need to go and Google it. You need to go within and work out what that means. So whatever sign you notice, if it's a sign, it's a sign. If you even think, oh, could this be a sign? Trust and know it is a sign. And when you know that it is a sign, then you just think, oh, okay, what was I thinking about? What was I talking about? Have I asked for the help that I need? Is it just a sign to remember to ask for the help that you need? Is it a sign saying, it's okay, we've got this, we're going to deliver, the guidance that you want later on? Because quite often when we go into meditation, we can feel a little delusioned by it, because we maybe go in and we're wanting guidance on something specific and we get nothing. And our signs, our symbolism, our messages will come later in the day. And we just need to remember that, so that we're not sort of knocking ourselves off track. So following your intuition is a big message for Tuesday. It's a big message because I'm still going on about it. I feel like I haven't got it all out of my system yet, what they're wanting you to hear. But make sure, and they're doing that now, I can feel like there's a bit of a humor with that. So really listen to your inner guidance and make sure that you are following that intuition. If it feels right, it is right. And take that as the rule of thumb. As we move into, I feel better for that. Got all that out now. It was like they just to take over and make me waffle on about all these things. But I feel like we're definitely done with that now, and we can move on to Wednesday's message. And Wednesday's message is about boundaries. Now, boundaries really is, it's an interesting subject. We could talk at depth on this, because really, we often feel like we shouldn't set boundaries, that we should be almost like a free-for-all for everyone. And that is not true. The more boundaries you have, and starting having boundaries with yourself about maybe boundaries of what time you go to bed, what time you get up, what you allow yourself to eat, what you allow yourself to drink, what you allow yourself to do or don't do. Setting boundaries with yourself is often the place to start if you struggle with boundaries. And then you can start thinking about setting boundaries with other people. But when you do realize your own importance and set appropriate boundaries, the people that are important to you will respect that. The people that are not important to you don't matter anyway. And they will be disgruntled with it, and they will be like, nope, that's not fair. You shouldn't have done that. But that doesn't matter. The people that are important will respect your own boundaries, because they'll want the best for you. And the interesting thing about boundaries is that when you set them, everything else is going to start opening up for you. So you might feel like you're closing things down, but in stepping that or putting that in place, you are going to start opening things up for you. So it feels like freedom in a sense by setting boundaries, which almost sounds a little bit contradictory, but it is the truth. When you set those boundaries, freedom is going to open up for you. And you need to look out for butterflies as one of your signs from your angels. And now that could be butterflies, for real. It could be butterflies that are not real, maybe it's wallpaper or something like that you're seeing them. But do look out for butterflies. And I want to say that's all midweek period. You can look out for butterflies. And I think you're going to need those signs, because the next couple of days feel, let's call it a little bit sticky energy. You've got the fears card coming in on Thursday. So this is only you tripping yourself up. Remember that the fear is not real, and it is just a thought in your head. So it's just your mindset getting in the way of what it is that you want and tripping you up. It is not real. You can think another thought, but it's going to take a little bit of perseverance in training yourself to think more positively. But that's what you need to be doing when we get round to Thursday. And then on Friday, it's almost like to compound the energy. It's not quite gone yet. Comes the worry card. And we know that worrying is just giving you something to do. It doesn't get you anywhere. It's like sitting in a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere. And you need to think about worrying is the fact that all it's doing is killing the joy for tomorrow. It's not for today. So it's not making tomorrow any better in any shape or form. So surrender those worries to your angels. Give them to your angels so they can help you, because worrying is not going to help. Now, I like to use 3 questions. When I find myself going down the worry path, I think, okay, what's the best that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? And what's likely to happen? Because when you're worrying, you're just thinking about things in the future that probably won't even happen. So you need to simmer it down. You need to sort of dilute it in some sort of way. So just thinking about, what's likely to happen can often help you. Let me know if those questions help you too, because they've helped a lot of people over the years when I've been sharing this. So what's, the best that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? And what's likely to happen? Good news, because once you get to the end of Friday, whether you sleep it off, which is often a good way to clear sort of negative mindset and mood, you go to bed with a very clear intention of when you wake up, you're going to be in a better mindset. Because once we get into the weekend, woohoo, Saturday is all the yes card. We're feeling like skippity-doo-dah, yeehaw. We're very it feels excitable energy. We're saying yes to things. The time is right. You've got messages in music coming in when you turn the radio on again. It just feels really, really, I want to say super squeaky clean energy as well. It's like you've got rid of all that negative stuff that was going on Thursday and Friday. And now we're like, yeah, we're jumping for joy here. And then as we end the week, we're ending it on the love card. Now, love is the energy of the angels. The angels are pure, unconditional love. And this is your opportunity to tap into that and giving yourself some unconditional love. Your angels love you 100%, warts and all. They know that you are not an angel. They know that your halo slipped a long time ago, if you even ever had one. So just know that this is really, about loving yourself as you are, and remembering as well, I've spoken about this before in podcasts, how that it is about, when we're wanting to love ourselves more, it is really about acceptance, accepting yourself as you are. And that means accepting others. And what would change? What would change for you in your life today? And this is something you could play around with. If you just accept other people as they are without wanting to change them, how would that change things for you? So that is our message for this week. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you or speak to you again soon. Bye for now. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If so, please hit follow and share my message by sharing with your friends. It would be amazing if you can leave a review. All this will help, and it activates the universal law of the more you give, the more you receive. So it's a win-win. You can find more good stuff between episodes over on social media. Just search The Angel Mystic on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok, or check out the links in the show notes. I'd love for you to connect more over in my free group in Abundance Manifesting, all on Facebook. Hope to see you there.